Okay. That's kind of a problem. The door is coming up on the side right here.
Okay.
And it's
Are you recording
visually
already?
Yeah. Should we put this at the end of the podcast or at the end of the postcast?
No, we should just do like our own little
week.
Yeah, but without a fucking
third mic because Kevin's not here.
Because he's a fucking bitch. He's a little fucking shit, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it at fucking 6 in the morning. Because
So
I haven't gone to bed yet. Because I like to stay up all night and sleep till fucking 1 because I don't have a job.
dude, that's such a good Kevin impression. I'm so proud of your Kevin impression. Good for you,
Fucking
dude.
little cunt. You know what's nice, though? There's a lot of room on the
Dude,
couch.
it's so nice.
I can stretch out.
And I mean, this is not a problem that you particularly have, but it is a lot less smelly in here right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's funny considering I haven't showered and I've shat twice already.
Dude, maybe that's what's masking it.
It could be. Could be.
But so I guess we're just gonna do the whole podcast right now. So
Yeah.
look, this is what happened. Like Nick said, fucking Kevin. I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning from yesterday. This is supposed to be the 2-parter, right?
Yeah.
Part 2.
Yeah, this is part 2. But by the way, welcome to the Jumping Donkey podcast. There will be no precast or postcast for this week. We're just gonna do
We're just going for it.
We're just gonna do a thing and just see what we can go for without fuck ass McGillicuddy. And he's gonna preface why we're doing it without fuck ass McGillicuddy, though we just kind of fucking covered that.
Yeah, yeah.
And welcome to the Hangover cast, the morning after cast. Go on, sorry, didn't mean to.
That's you know what I think that's kind of funny though that it's the Hangover cast and like we're literally down a member now, right? But it's not.
But he's not even hungover. He's just sleeping.
He's just sleeping
because he's a fuck.
So like what we did was decide we were going to make breakfast in the morning. Thank you.
Sorry, I just wanted to make
No,
sure
you're
those
good.
two were off.
We were gonna make breakfast in the morning,
Mm.
do our research,
Yeah.
and then immediately come on and start the show again.
Yes.
And so that was the plan. Like we already established that as the thing to do.
Yes.
And then at 6 a.m. I wake up because I'm a little hungover. I got to shit, and I need some fucking water. That's a great call. I need some fucking water. So I go into the kitchen. Nick's sleeping on the couch right here. Eric's awake for work, going to work. And Kevin is like, let's do the podcast right now. If we don't do the podcast right now, I'm leaving, and it's your fault. And I'm like, wait, what? You're bailing on the plan, dude. What are you talking about? It's not. That wasn't the plan.
Right. And what I find even funnier about this whole fucking situation is we made the I made the concession to make this happen this way so that we could do fucking Power Hour last night. And I think what's even funnier is how much I get told, oh, you're such a bitch for bailing, when I'm dealing with shit with, like, a wife and family events for holidays and shit.
Yeah.
This motherfucker didn't want to do it.
Sex.
Okay. Well, I'm sitting on that kind of. I use that to
That's
sleep.
fine.
But I like that I'm the bitch for, having a life outside of the podcast.
Which is true.
But he gets to just say, I want to go home and sleep, instead of just sleeping off his drunk earlier than he normally would and having a standard day, or at least a less fuck all day.
Yeah, Kevin, for if he realizes it or not, enjoys a good bender, and
Like last night.
Yeah, so like if we're here until 12 o'clock, we're here until 6 o'clock. So let's fucking go.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to get Kevin into any legal trouble. But did Kevin sleep at all last night?
Not to my knowledge.
So
No, last I remember is about 2 a.m. I started to fall asleep on this couch, drunkenly, while someone was upstairs blasting music and singing loudly to the music. And I had to get up and walk all the way over there and shut the door to the attic so I didn't hear Forbidden Zone by the Misfits from Famous Monsters blasted through speakers and someone retardedly singing it, keeping me awake. I was like, oh, good song choice, but I'm trying to fucking sleep. I've been up since 5:15 in the morning, and it's now 2 in the morning. I need to go to bed. Which is even funnier because we were asked to use our inside voices and to
by
be
somebody
quiet.
else. Yeah. During the post.
During the during the postcast, correct. And he took it upon himself to just fuck it.
Yeah, you can only tell Kevin something so many times before his ADD. What's that over there?
What? Oh,
Kevin's
duh.
ADD
Jesus
caught my
Christ.
eye.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm an idiot.
so like, like after like 15 seconds, like it might just be back to normal.
Maybe.
Half hour.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. So I'm not surprised, and that's usually a good little safe haven for Kevin is upstairs, and the sound doesn't get to me either. But if you're in the front room here, obviously it might be
Right. Well, it's the fact that the door was open. I think was the
a
problem.
little more. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about Dick Wolf's bedroom because I know it's directly underneath, basically, of where he was sitting at in the attic.
Yeah.
And your room obviously doesn't get the sound nearly as much as maybe his room does. But again, I'm blown away by the fact that we have to concede to his time. And
Let's call Kevin right now.
Yeah.
Let's call Kevin right now.
Here's your phone. Well, it's charged. Your phone's charged.
I'll unplug it. It's fine.
Okay.
Or can you unplug it over here and I can plug it in over there and then
Take
we'll
that.
fucking.
And then I'll get you this. Sorry about that.
So yeah, we're
My
gonna
phone
call
was-
Kevin. He's probably not gonna answer because baby boy's probably sleeping.
We can mic up the phone too.
Wait. If he's not here,
Yeah.
and we do the porno bit, does he get disqualified
No.
from this week because
No,
he
because-
didn't present it? But he bailed on the show.
But officially he's not here. We can't have a
True.
competition.
True, but
It's-
like that would be like, what if I was here for the show and I left before we did the porno bit? Would you still go with what I have or not?
I would cancel doing the porno bit before you left.
Damn it.
Integrity, dog. I don't want anything to be in
This-
question.
This is a question of integrity right now. Kevin left when we had a plan for today's
yes,
show.
Yes, and that's not an integrity move, but also it's not a loss.
Sorry. All right. Give Sleepy
Let's call fucking
Sleepy Pisser a call.
dopey shithead fuck tits.
He's not gonna answer. I doubt it. If I ever call Kevin before 1:00 p.m.,
We should just spam call him.
you think you'd like that?
Oh, I think he would love that.
All right. Let's do it.
At least until he answers and tells us to fuck off.
All right. I'm gonna call him again. I'm not gonna mic it up this time, so maybe he'll answer, maybe he won't.
I'm calling bullshit. He's not gonna fucking answer.
He's not.
No, he's dead ass asleep.
But he also sent a text at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock.
Something about like he wanted to do it at 6. Y'all are on your own.
official boo boo boo. Like he said, for the record, let the record show, and I guess this is the record right now. So Kevin, here's your piece. Like there's literally no more of a record this could be. Let the record show I was up at 6 a.m. drinking coffee, cracking jokes, and ready to podcast. If you do one without me, no football talk.
Okay, look. As annoying as it would be to him to do football talk, I don't want to do football talk. However, I will give you a 5-minute do whatever you want football talk rant if you would like, just to annoy the fuck out of shithead.
Pistic.
Because how do you fucking just leave? How do you leave when we have a plan?
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand there should be some sort of like, maybe not like a punishment, but there should be something in place for having a plan, being here for the plan, and just leaving because I want to go sleep.
Like if you had a job and
Right.
you had a closing shift and an opening shift.
Right.
And you were like, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay up all night in between those two shifts. And then you decide, hey, everybody, let's show up to work 5 hours early so I can because I fucked up and I didn't sleep and I need to sleep,
Right.
they would go, A, no, B, right now, you're no call, no showing.
Yes.
Even though, like you said, there is a written message here of why you're not here, but you didn't get an approved excuse as to not be here right now.
Let me put it to you even more accurately. Let's say you work your closing shift at let's say you're working at a McDonald's. You work your closing shift. You don't leave the McDonald's because you have an opening shift in the morning. You just hang out with the same crew. Somehow they magically are all on close and then they're all on open.
Yeah.
You stay, you hang out with the opening crew that closed with you, and then right before the shift opens, y'all ain't ready? All right, I'm out.
Yeah.
That's a no-call, no-show.
It would be
That's just job abandonment.
It would be like if we all had that McDonald's shift.
Right.
And then we said, hey, let's have a sleepover inside of the McDonald's. And then that other person was like, you know what? I'm going to go play video games in the back and drink a lot of alcohol, listen to a bunch of music really loud.
Yep.
And probably consume other marijuana-related
other
things
substances.
to the point.
Gonna have to edit that.
Delta 8 THC.
Substances.
Go to
use that.
Substances.
Yeah, use that to edit yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna do that one just 'cause it'll be fun.
Exactly. Just like friend.
But
should have been done.
The cut is it says marijuana substances.
No, the cut.
Oh, that's not how that works.
No.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe I need a longer one. I might have to because substances
or certain substances. Maybe that one will be better for you. Oh my God. Look, all I'm trying to say is I'm a little perturbed because we had a plan and you and I stuck to the plan. You and I stuck to the fucking plan. We got McDonald's. I haven't made my cup of coffee out of your coffee pot yet.
There's coffee over there.
That's why I was going to give you that 5-minute rant. I was going to go grab a cup.
All right.
But I'm going to wait until like you're ready to do your football rant. I'm not going to abandon you for the show because I'm not an asshole.
Well, no, I guess for the closing of the McDonald's thing, like then it would be like if you stayed up that whole time, and then once your opening shift happened, everybody else woke up from the slumber party and was like, okay, let's go, and then you just went home.
Yeah. Yeah, like what's the point? What is the fucking point?
You just went home. You didn't. We weren't gonna express the show because you didn't sleep.
Right.
You just went home.
That's all it was. And I think that's the most annoying part of this to me is just because, like, I made concessions to make this work, and now I'm getting shit on.
So, hear me out.
Yeah.
We're 2/3 of the show.
Yeah.
We can make a ruling on this right now.
Yeah.
Kevin left. He is not here
We could
to attend nor defend himself. Even if he was,
because he's
we could overrule it because we're on the side of the fence that he left. So I'm saying that I don't want to do the porno bit because it's going to be hard to do.
Right.
I think Kevin should. Who lost? I lost.
You lost.
I think Kevin should go into the next porno bit at one strike. Because he bailed on the show.
I understand the sentiment. I don't agree with it because
something of that nature.
Here's why. I understand that he left, and I understand that what he had done to us now is bullshit. What he had done to us.
What he had done to us.
But I don't necessarily feel that it is a punishable act. I will say this, Larry, Jama, Pav, and Cody. I know it's going to sound like a whorish move to ask you, but I would really like for you guys to put in the comments on this video whether Kevin should be punished in that way. I'm not going to decide that. I'm leaving that to you, the viewer. That is on you. And anybody else who happens to stop by and is hearing the situation, if you're here and you're intrigued enough to have stayed, which I highly doubt, but if you have been, please leave a comment stating if bitch tits fucknuts should have to do to go into the next one with one strike along with Chris, so
Yeah.
that both are on the chopping block. I like that. I in
like
some
your
facets
amendment
agree
to
with
it.
it. However, I don't think that's for us to decide. We're not the people that officially were let down. They are.
They are.
They're the ones that Kevin let down. And I
Yeah.
want, Kevin, when you watch this, I want you to know, you let down our viewers.
Oh.
You let down our Patreon subscribers.
Thanks.
That's just sad. And I know I've done it before too, and I feel atrocious for it. So you should feel doubly bad because you just wanted to go home and fucking sleep.
Yeah. And like he always, and I'm glad you mentioned the Patreon viewers because he always mentions them and giving them what they deserve.
Yes, and this is not what they deserve. They deserve better. They deserve to see him haggard, hungover, exhausted.
The entire
Point of it.
fucking point.
Yeah.
It was the entire point.
We were supposed to come into this low energy, look like shit, feel like shit, and then have to watch softcore porn that's just boring, which
Yeah.
is why I chose softcore porn, because it was supposed to be just milquetoast. We could fall asleep watching all 3 videos, so it's going to be impossible to pick a winner. That was the whole thing.
So, do you want to amend your genre now, or do you still want to stick with softcore? We can do it. So what I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna put this on as the post show from yesterday.
Right.
Like, instead of it being the postcast, it's going to be the part 2 that comes out with the same time. And I'm gonna do a Twitter poll as well on if Kevin should
I like that.
go into next week with the strike or not. And we're 2/3 of the show, so we can say that I'll let you, and this would be on the same show technically, so you could.
Right, we could railroad the shit out of him on a lot of certain issues. Like, we could totally just, like, government style, just rule the country right now. But I'm not that person. I'm not going to do that. The only decisions I'm making right now are letting the listeners leave Kevin's fate in their hands, and I'll allow the poll thing because that just sounds like a good idea.
The whole thing seems like it'd be pretty cool.
Because we might, not to say that you guys won't comment, but we might get more results and more votes than just 4.
I don't know. I think.
Thank you guys for being
I think-
awesome, but apparently we can't get more than 4 of us.
I think alone Cody's YouTube comment will hold more weight than anybody in the poll on Twitter.
Probably. Considering he goes through in times. Cody, I love you for this, by the way. You go through and timestamp the best bits
Yeah.
so that when I'm watching at home on the toilet, I can just click the fucking link in your comment and just, okay, look, there's Coach Baby Diaper. Got it. Nailed it.
Coach
Thank you.
Baby Diaper.
I love Cody for that. He's just the best.
Hell yeah. So, I guess that's it. I don't know. Kevin's a puss. He bailed.
We're not doing a porno bit this week in any facet because there is not 3 of us. So it's up to you to decide, should Kevin come into this with a strike the next week? Here's the problem. We're probably going to film before we get results, so we're going to have to do it as like a Twitter poll.
That's a good point.
So
Wait,
don't worry about
no.
commenting on the video.
I think we'll be fine.
Huh?
I think we'll be fine. I think
This
it'll
will
work.
go not next week, but the week after.
No.
Oh,
Like I said, I'm gonna put this on with what we recorded yesterday.
Oh,
as
okay.
an end.
Oh,
All
okay.
that will come up Thursday,
Well,
and
I
we'll
was-
probably record Friday, Saturday, or Sunday.
I was expecting to do a whole goddamn podcast so that we had like another week ahead still.
I don't know what else we're gonna talk about.
Well, I mean, we got to get at least a 20-minute football rant in just to annoy the shit out of Kevin.
All right.
But
So, thanks everybody. Thanks for hating on Kevin with us. Let us know. Listen, of course I'm gonna lobby for giving him a strike because it's hardcore. Fuck this pussy shit of like, oh, it doesn't deserve. Fuck that. Let's put Kevin on the fucking docket for a punishment. So next week he's got to bring his shit, and if he doesn't, then he's got to do a punishment. I just want to see Kevin fucking have to do a punishment because he's never even on the chopping block.
yes,
He's good at it. So let's get Kevin on the chopping block for you, for me, for funny. Let's do it for funny. With that being said, it's time to bring back our favorite bit of the of the Jumping Donkey podcast. It's not named the porno bit. It's Sports Talk Radio time, everybody.
Go ahead and handle that for a minute. I'm going to go get a cup of coffee.
And if you are any big fan of sports, you'll know that the Browns lost last week, and it's pretty sad around the jumping donkey Mallows household. We don't have our football anymore. The boys in brown and orange and white and alternative gray at moments in their history didn't pull it out, and they had a very, very controversial play occur where Rashard Higgins dove into the end zone and was hit in the head and fumbled before the ball crossed the plane of the end zone, fumbled into the back of the end zone, and was determined to be a touchback, resulting in Kansas City getting the ball, and they scored on the following possession. So that's basically how the ball game ended. It was 22-17, and they played hard, they played well, but they didn't have Odell Beckham Jr., who we will have next year to help out and maybe get us past Kansas City Chiefs. Nick, how do you feel about the Browns season overall in 2020? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
From everything that I have seen and heard and everything that everyone has been saying, because I'm not a huge sports guy, as you know, I do know that we've played better this year than they have played in years. Was this their first playoff game?
Since 2001.
So 20 years. First playoff game in 20 years. I was a child the last time they were in the playoffs. And who was our we had
I believe it was Kelly Holcomb was our quarterback.
And who was our receiving core? Exactly.
Dennis Northcutt.
Northcutt?
Yeah.
It's not even a name I remember to prove my point. Holcomb, don't remember him. I'm going to say thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
I've heard of OBJ before he became a Brown. Baker Mayfield is a name that I hear often. Nick Chubb is a name I hear often. I don't know.
Jarvis Landry.
Didn't our coach also win Coach of the Year or whatever? First year coaching?
There's a couple Coach of the Year polls. He won one, but I believe the AP Coach of the Year is the big one, and that one is yet to be determined.
Well, I'm hoping it's him.
Me too.
He turned a 20-year deficit around and got us not only to a first playoff game, but a win on our first playoff game.
Hell yeah.
Against our rival. It's Cinderella story. We didn't make it to the Super Bowl, obviously, but this is already a win for Browns fans. So
that game was so cool. That Pittsburgh game was so cool. I came home and I was working, and I got...
Were you supposed to help someone move?
No.
Or was that the week before?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
I don't care. I was trying to sleep, dude.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
What you fucking talking about?
Yep.
I bailed. I stayed up all day before then.
All day before that?
But I was working, and I came home at 8 o'clock, and I saw them line up. I was so nervous. And then that first play, they hiked it over Big Ben's fucking head and went in the end zone for a touchdown. I was like, oh, my God. Oh, my God, they're leading? And they fucking kicked Pittsburgh's dick in. So it was a fun experience to watch for sure.
Nice.
I bet Kevin's definitely tuned out.
Oh, guaranteed. He's definitely not
of this
listening to this at any point.
So yeah, that was sports talk. The Browns are going to be better next year. Hold on. Sorry. Browns are going to be better next year. The Indians aren't looking as good as we would hope. They traded away their big superstar shortstop Frankie Lindor to the New York Mets.
At least he went to a team I don't hate.
Carlos Carrasco. You know who's really happy about the Frankie Lindor trade? Bobo.
I'm happy. Yes.
Bobo, how do you feel about Frankie Lindor coming to your team?
Well, he's a good player, and we're gonna. He's gonna do good.
Yeah.
He's gonna be great. I've seen him in Cleveland. He does a good does a good. He's a good player. All right. He does.
Bobo, how about Carlos Carrasco?
All right. I don't know about Carlos Tabasco.
They call him Cookie. For sure.
I like cookies.
You like cookies?
I like
Bobo.
Christina's cookies.
Nice. Nice, Bobo. Why did I just get Australian?
I don't know. What the
Eh,
fuck are you doing?
Surfer dude. What's up? I'm Surfer Sports Talk. Let's go ride some waves, hang some tin.
Jesus Christ. What if I only have 9 toes?
That sucks. Grow toes, stupid. Why'd you do that?
All right. I'm not trying, all right?
I'm not trying.
I'm not trying.
Bobo, you have 10 toes.
No, I have 9 toes.
Bobo, you're lying.
I'm not lying. I'm not lying, all right?
Bobo, I think you're lying.
I'm not lying, all
Bobo,
right?
I think you're fibbing.
I'm not fibbing. This is just turned into horse
And
shit.
then what other teams in Cleveland? We got the Cleveland Cavaliers,
Yeah,
who
they're a
recently made a
golf team.
trade.
Yeah.
To get a big old tall center with a huge afro. It's very fun to watch.
What is his name?
Jarrett Allen. Allen is his last name. I don't know.
Jeff Jarrett?
Yeah.
Does he use an acoustic guitar to beat people down with?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Fucking. He takes people off of the top of the backboard and drops them directly on their head for the pile driver. But he makes sure that they go through the hoop, so it counts as a 2-point slam dunk.
I hate that voice. It's just.
And then we also got another
The
forward who played in Atlanta, got signed by the Nets, and we did it. And part of the infamous James Harden trade from Houston, we got a few players out of to help facilitate that trade there.
Where's Metapod going?
Metapod? Metapod is in Brooklyn now with Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
So James Harden's back with.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that KD.
I'm actually kind of excited for that team.
I like that KD and Kyrie are together though. That's nice.
Yeah.
Chocolate fountain with KD. That's gonna be nice.
Chocolate fountain.
Do you not remember the Cleveland? Okay. That was a whole thing thanks to, I believe, the Alan Koch show.
Chocolate fountain.
They were calling Kyrie Irving the chocolate fountain.
Why?
Just 'cause, I don't know. I just know that was a thing. I wasn't that deeply embedded.
Chocolate fountain.
I just remember hearing Bill Squire say it a lot.
I'm hitting that point where I haven't drank coffee yet today, and I'm like, oh no, I'm about to die.
That's why I grabbed a cup. Honestly, I need to drink more of it and wake the fuck up.
Yeah.
But I was ready to fucking just actually do a full podcast today. But
Yeah, I am surprised that I'm not like hungover at all. Like, we sat here this morning before we started recording and watched the clips of Nick and I puking. And as I'm scrolling through very fast, you can see right here the cans stack up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think my favorite thing was watching it was 2, 6, 12. And it was just all of a sudden there was just that, and then it was, like 15 or 16 there, and all of a sudden the bucket just moves.
Yeah.
Because you were scrolling fast. So I'm like, ding,
Oh, there
ding,
it
ding,
is.
ding, ding.
Yep.
Whoop, yep. Oh, you might be puking. And then it was like another 10 minutes before you puked.
Yeah, and I almost made it. I made it to like
5 away, I think.
5 or 4 or 6 away or something like that. And I'm really impressed with how far I went. It was the absolute not having any food in my stomach whatsoever type of thing that really got me through that. And
Yeah, I think drinking the water beforehand,
didn't help.
I was trying to like give myself like I know you're going to dehydrate yourself, so here's something to help your stomach and help you be hydrated a little bit more pre-drinking 60 shots of beer. And right before we started drinking the beer, I was like, that water made my stomach feel full.
Yeah.
That was a fucking mistake.
And it's something for the beer to have to deal with, too. Like,
Yep.
It's not just one. So, like, it's trying to settle with another.
I think without that glass of water that I chugged beforehand, I think I would have made it another maybe 10 to 15 shots.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not going to guarantee it. What?
How about instead of Kevin, like, I really do want to see him have to do, like, 1 strike for the punishment. What if he has to do Power Hour again next week?
But he has to do, even if he pukes, he has to just
He
keep
has
going.
to go until he pukes.
Well, he has to go, even after he pukes, he has to keep going.
Yeah.
Until he pukes again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 60.
He's not
Kevin's got to drink 60.
He's not going to agree to that.
He's not going to agree to it, but, like, that's why Kevin's a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, Kevin will sit here and say, I'm number one guy.
I don't take
fucking-
shots.
But I don't take shots.
I don't take shots.
And I don't. The carbonation,
I love that he was
fucking
like, I'm going to
bitch,
win this
pussy
because I
ass.
got a beer without carbonation. And he was still the first to bow out at roughly the same number.
At the exact same number.
Yeah.
Like, it was before 15.
I really hope he's doing a bit and he's not really that big of a bitch. I really hope that's the
No.
case.
No, he's not. He's not.
Trying to give him an out.
No, I'm not.
I know you're not.
He's a bitch.
By the way, this sugar-free hazelnut coffee creamer is delicious.
I love it. It's my favorite one to get. Hey, did you know that that's keto?
Yes, I did.
No shit.
I did know that because when I was doing the keto diet, that's one of the things I would get is that
The
sugar-free
cream.
the sugar-free French vanilla usually.
Yeah, I have both those in there.
I just love a good hazelnut.
But I
cream.
just like that is sort of a small punishment.
Yep.
I also just want to see Kevin puke on cam. It just made me think of redeeming. Like, what if you did it again to redeem yourself because you took that drink of water before? But Kevin is the one that got us to do it again. He was the one that wanted to redeem himself, and he's the one that bailed on redeeming himself and the podcast today. So I think he should be forced to redeem himself and the podcast next week
I see. Here's where
by
I
doing
get.
a solo power hour.
Here's where it gets really muddling for me. I feel like no matter what, when we make suggestions, he's just gonna say no. He's just gonna say no because it's not his idea.
Which is good that we have this for you guys right now because you can see what we see with Kevin not being here. Anytime we suggest something like slightly in that funny vein, like I'm not saying Kevin's not funny and doesn't go with shit, but there's like
Right,
times where it's like
yeah.
that's like okay, clearly that would be the funniest thing is if Kevin had to do a power hour next week and had to puke and he's just not going to do it.
Or like
for
when we
no reason.
like a perfect example, talking off camera a million times. Clipping someone's toenails with your teeth as a punishment. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
No one wants to do that.
Yeah.
I work in fucking steel-toed boots. I know for a fact I don't want to chew someone's toenail off because I know how disgusting my feet feel on a daily fucking basis.
Yeah.
I am the one that advocates so fucking hard that we do that one, and you said no to it after Kevin was like, that's not fucking happening. No.
I misunderstood what the punishment was
Right.
when I was
I'm not-
recollecting it.
I'm
I
not
think in
saying
the
someone
moment I
clip it
knew,
off
but
and then you chew it and swallow it.
yeah.
That's just as bad.
Yeah.
But I'm literally saying, like, oh, I just got to clip your toenail with my teeth.
Yeah. I got to break it off. Yeah, it's kind of gross, especially if you got dirty ass fucking feet.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'd probably say off camera, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, close your ears. Off camera, I'd probably be like, well, we just got to get like a foot bath, wash our feet real quick type deal. But it's still gross even if your feet are freshly washed,
yeah.
just 'cause you know.
Yeah, it's another man's toenail.
You can
for God's
unmute
sake.
yourself now and not listen to my off-camera talk about making things less disgusting so people might agree to them,
Yeah.
even if it is still fucking gross.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking gnarly.
Coffee's right there. I keep looking to my
Yeah,
left.
dude. I'm gonna get some coffee here in a second. I think I'm about ready to call it here.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't just tack this on to the end of the
So-
precast. Or maybe
So-
at the end of the podcast? I don't know.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know, 'cause it's like it's a weird. Like we were going to do
Make
part
it accessible.
2. Maybe make this part 2 of the podcast. It'll be a separate video, but it'll be part 2 of
Right.
episode instead of it being the postcast.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah. The last one was
So-
Hanging Diglet. What do we have for a title for last night's? We never decided on a title. We usually fucking pick like a good line out of the show and use that, but we didn't.
Power Hour Part 2.
I mean, that's a good one.
Power Hour Part, and then this video will be Power Hour Part 2, Part 2.
No.
Power
one-
Hour 2, Part 2.
No, so it should be Power Hour 2 for the main pod, and this will be
Yes.
Power Hour 2 Electric Boogaloo. I hate me. All right, guys.
All right, thanks for being here. Thanks for drinking.
Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell notification for icons. Like the video. Goal like. Still 5 likes. And what was I gonna say?
Do that on the real one. Who cares about this one?
Do it on this one too.
Do it on this one too.
We just want to get our we want to get our boost in that algorithm. Start having people see it. So if we can get if we can get 5 likes, we can get 5 likes. Y'all know somebody. Have somebody watch it and click like.
Yeah,
Roger, if you're watching this one, I know you are, because you've been talking about watching some of these. Which, thanks, Dad. Go ahead and hit the like button if you're on the computer.
You could have said Roger and not left it as.
No, my dad's been watching. I'll call myself out.
That's great. Where's he at right now?
I think up just about the end of Hanging Diglett.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 'cause he said he was happy that the porno bit is not necessarily going to be the porno bit anymore.
Yeah.
He told me that on the phone. He's like, podcast is great. Porno bit not being the porno bit. I like that direction. It makes it a little more accessible. I'm like, that's what I've been saying for a while, but
Yeah.
And then, of course, I win again and go, let's try softcore. Oh, remedying that. I do want to change it. I don't know what I want to change it to yet, but I do want to change it.
You don't have a.
I do.
What is it?
Horrible singing. And the one that causes us to, like, cringe and wince the most. That way the fucking viewer can also kind of participate on this one. This makes it a little more accessible to them. Again.
God.
Yep. That was my other thought I had for...
I really like that one.
I know.
I hate it right now.
Yep.
Okay. And I'll clip this little part and put it on the end of the podcast so that has some continuity, just in case they...
Yes. Just because Kevin bailed and we're not actually doing the thing that I wanted the softcore porn for, I'm changing my genre.
Yeah.
I reserve that right.
So, here we are. And here we go.
Yep. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.
The fuck's wrong with you?